Hello guys, and welcome to another camera review right here in the Amaze studio. Well, right here in the heart of Africa. Now, DJI over the weekend released a brand new drone which they call the Mavic Mini 2. Now, the Mavic Mini 2 is a successor to the originally released Mavic Mini. Now, the big question is this drone any good for you, and will I recommend you to get this very new drone? Is it another great piece of tech, or is just another tech to satisfy the ego of DJI? Now, make sure to watch the video to the end because we are going to be answering these very questions, and again, answering the very difficult question of all, should you get this drone? All this coming up. Stick around, let's figure this out. Hello guys, and welcome to this channel. On this channel, we take the big Hollywood ideas and we transpose them into smaller ideas so that you, the indie filmmaker out there, can implement in your works. Today, we are talking about a brand new drone which was released by DJI. Now, this video is going to be a short one as well as a very comprehensive one as well. So make sure to watch it till the end. Now, let's get right into the content. But before we do, guys, if you're new to the channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and hit on the notification icon so that you get notified anytime we drop awesome content like this on this channel. Without much ado, let's dive right into the video. Right away, this drone has an increased flight time, which is 31 minutes instead of the original 30 minutes in the originally released Mavic Mini. The other major thing in this drone is that you can record up to 4K instead of 2K in the previous version. And it doesn't just end in the 4K, it also has a zoom feature. You can actually have 2x zoom in the 4K mode and actually have 4x zoom in the 1080 mode. Now, don't get too excited with this because the zoom feature is not actually mechanical, because it is not an actual lens, or it's not actually a zoom lens that it's on the camera. So the zoom is actually being done using your pixels. It's punching into the already existing pixels to give you the zoom. So what this means is that you are going to be having some loss of a little bit of quality. This might be very minuscule depending on the mode in which you're recording. Like I made mention, if you're recording in 1080, you have more zoom, or you have much more latitude to zoom into the footage more. But if you're recording in 4K, you only have chance to only zoom into the footage twice. But like I said, it is still a nice feature to have nevertheless. Another very interesting thing about the 4K is it records at 100 megabits per second. And so if you compare the footage to the previous version, you would realize that you might have some artifacts within the image. And this one, it is actually going to be a little better because of the bit rate at which the video is being recorded. Now, if you've owned the previous version, one of the very frustrating factors has always been the connection between the drone and the controller, because it worked using Wi-Fi. Now, we all know Wi-Fi signals are not really that great, and putting it in the drone is actually quite risky because you easily get breakages. I know it was an improvement over the DJI Mavic Air, because trust me, the Wi-Fi in the DJI Mavic Air was just truly mind-blowing in the wrong way rather, because it was really that bad. But it was actually made better in the Mavic Mini. I am glad to announce to you that in the Mavic Mini 2, this has been improved and the Wi-Fi has totally been abandoned and the system has been moved onto the AccuSync, and not just AccuSync 1, but AccuSync 2.0. Guys, this is amazing, and what this means is that you are going to have an increased access to an increased range, or you are going to be able to fly your drone to very far distances while still having very reliable connection on your controller. Now, the differences between the two isn't just in the specs, but of course, the price. Now, if you're living within the US, the Mavic Mini or the original Mavic Mini would cost you $499 US. That is according to the price stated by DJI. And the brand new one, or the DJI Mavic Mini 2, would cost you $599 US. Now, before we get to the very concluding part of this video, I want to say that one of the very major driving factors, which I know is going to be pushing much more people to get this drone, is the fact that you can now capture DNG format within this little monster of a drone. Now we go to the big question, guys. Should you buy this drone? Now, the answer is yes and no. Yes, if you're someone who is just getting into drones, this can make for a very perfect first drone. If this is your first drone, I would advise that you go in for this because it's really good. And with all the automated features, you can go wrong with this particular drone. Now, If you're someone who already owns a drone, like the Mavic 2, the Mavic 2 Zoom, or let's say Phantom 4 Pro at the extreme side, or let's say an Inspire, would I advise you to go in for this drone? Not at all, and that is what I mean by no. But of course, if you're a professional and you prefer this because of the size of the drone and the increased flight time, you can also go in for it. That is no problem at all. But I using my DJI Mavic 2 Pro or my DJI Mavic 2 Zoom wouldn't go to buy this drone. If you're a YouTuber and you prioritize portability and being able to carry your drone around more than quality, then you could also get this drone. But I don't know whether to call it an upgrade or a downgrade. So at the end of the day, it depends on you and your use case. It's been me, OBL Jr. here, right here on the Africa Amaze channel. Guys, I hope this video was helpful. If it was helpful, kindly click on the like button so that a lot of people can get to see this video on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, guys, I would much appreciate it if you click on the subscribe button and hit on the notification icon so that you get notified anytime we drop awesome content like this on this channel. Until next time, guys, keep practicing filmmaking. Peace out.